Welcome to Kletus Roadside Service. Today is Tuesday. What a wonderful episode you guys are going to get to hear. You guys are so fucking lucky. You know what you should do? Because you're so fucking lucky. You're just the luckiest little duckling of the whole pack. You're like, people say the black duck or the black goat. I don't know what they say. They say like, you know, the one that doesn't match all of them. That's you because you're lucky. Okay, everybody wants to be the black duck, and you're the black duck. You're the listening to the podcast. A lot of people don't know about this, but there is a way, and I don't do this that often, and I'm going to do it today just because I'm feeling a little froggy. Will you all please? I know some people are on YouTube, some people are on Spotify, but if you can, if you're on Spotify, if you're on YouTube, just like the video, like the podcast, hit the like button. You don't have to share it to anybody because, I mean, you'd be like, hey, I'm going to share this fucking podcast with my friend over here. And then your friend is going to be like, what the fuck? He talked about queers, and I'm queer. And then that might ruin a friendship. Okay, don't want your queer best friend not listening to the podcast. Anyway, if you're on Spotify though, there is a little, like, if you go to like the Kletus Roadside Service homepage where all the stuff is, there's a little star button and there's a little rating button. Now I do that to all the podcasts I like. If I like a podcast, I go and I do it. I hit the rating, and you don't have to give me a full 5-star. I would like to keep my full 5-star rating. That would be pretty fucking cool. But if you can rate it whatever the fuck you want. But the more ratings I get, I don't know if it's having a 5-star rating is the best, or if just multiple ratings is the best. Anyways, go check that out if you feel like it. If at the end of that, maybe, well, do it now. But at the end of the episode, if you want to wait till the end, be like, was this a good episode? Fucking, he talked about somebody having an amputated leg, and I fucking have amputated leg. Or if he's like, oh, he talked about epileptic people and how they could chop up sausage real good at the fucking Wendy's for the fucking chili. Okay? I've said that before. And you know what? There are no apologies here. I think it's funny as fuck to think that somebody brought a strobe light to the Wendy's kitchen and old Greg is back there with a knife and they just start throwing patties down in front of him and he's epileptic chopping them up, because that's what the chili looks like when I get it. I've gotten George's chili supreme before, and it looks like somebody just epileptic just chopped up the fucking hamburgers. Usually they're squares. I found a couple of corners in my chili, so I know that it's just chopped up beef patty. So if you're offended by the epileptic chopping up the chili in the back of the Wendy's, maybe don't rate it, or rate it a 5 and try to overcome yourself. But this is kind of a trucking podcast also. It's just so you guys know, I am currently driving Kenworth right now. I think it's a T880, but it's a straight truck. It's a straight truck. There's a big old thing on the back that you can load up a dumpster with. It's like I'm driving a trash truck basically. And I mean, what is in the container? Trash. So I guess I am a trash man. Most of the time I'm a fucking trash man. No matter what I'm doing, I'm hauling trash. But some of it's hazardous trash, hazardous waste. And so that's what I'm doing out here in Hannibal, Missouri. Dumping off some fucking hazardous waste. They made me sit there for 2 hours. No complaints here. I was thinking I was going to have a short fucking day today. So, hey, wonderful. Make me sit as long as you want. My boss was like, just drop it and go. Just leave it and go. I'm like, well, they want to sample it. And I've complained about them sampling shit out here before. But that's usually, it's like, they're not going to pay for a hotel for me to stay. So I have to drive from Kansas City to Hannibal, which is on the other side of Missouri, drop off, and get the fuck out of there. I don't have 2 hours to sit around while they don't need to say. They have months. They have like 2 months to sample the fucking product, and they act like they want to sample it while I'm there. And I'm like, no, fuck you. But this is a different load. This is actually came from the gas plant. There was a landfill that have a gas plant, and because all that fucking waste generates natural gas and whatnot, and they have a big filter thing, and the filter material gets not filtery very good no more. Those are words. I said them. So somebody dumped all the filter stuff out into, they sucked it out and put it in that box. And then I haul the box over to the Has waste place. And then they open it up and it's extra stinky. I'm like, yeah, it came from the fucking landfill. You're smelling natural gas. Like when somebody fucking farts, like I just did, that's natural gas. Now just imagine everybody that dumps their shit into a fucking pile, how much farts are in there. Man, my fart does stink, I'll tell you that right now. But, yeah, they're like, oh, the CO2 is off the charts. I'm like, well, it's on the chart. Your chart's just not big enough. So get a bigger chart and then tell me what it is. But they're like, we wanna leave you sitting over there venting it for a while. So they made me sit there for 2 fucking hours with the lid open, just kind of hanging out. They would come over every now and again. They're like, oh, we're checking it. It's still kind of high. I'm like, whatever, bud. Do your thing, buddy. Just don't refuse my fucking load, because that's really going to fuck things up for me. If they refuse the load, they're like, nope, we ain't going to take it. And I've had them refuse a load before. That one came from Des Moines, Iowa. That's a whole fucking... There was more problems than just getting refused. But that was a cherry on top at the end of the job. I'm like, I'm just going to drop it off and go. And then they're like, we're refusing your load. I'm like, why the fuck are you refusing it? That was from a pipeline. There were filters in a pipeline. Big metal filters that I'm sure they have material on the inside of them. But the filters weren't filtering no more. They were more clogging up. So they took all the old filters out and threw them in a dumpster and then had me take it over there. And then they said, no. You got to cut them filters opened up and then we'll take the shit from the inside. But we're not going to recycle your metal for you. I'm like, that's stainless steel. That's some nice shit. But whatever. I mean, it's from the gasoline pipeline. So, yeah, not super great because you can't really cut stainless steel with sparks and shit when they're going to fucking engulf themselves in flames. And then, I don't know what that material's made out of. Carbon something. Probably burned for a while. Probably not a good deal. But they refused my load. I eventually ended up taking that to just a regular old landfill. They left the tarp opened up for another couple of months, and then they called me up and said, go up there and pick it up. I'm like, I need my placards. And they were like, no, actually you don't need placards because it's non-hazardous. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was so hazardous, the Has place wouldn't take it last time. They're like, well, now it's non-hazardous. Just go grab the dumpster, rip off any fucking warning signs on the side of the motherfucker, and take it to the regular old landfill. And I did. And now that is buried in the ground somewhere. But it was classified as non-haz, so good on me. I'm just doing my job. I got paperwork. I got a paperwork trail. Don't take a match over there. But I got paperwork. Um, so anyway, no, they just wanted to sample my shit today. They kept coming over, and they just released me a little bit ago. They said, don't get there before 9. Get there after 9. Between 9 and 9:30 is when you need to be there. I got there at 9. Right at 9 o'clock, I showed up. The paperwork was already taken care of. They actually gave me my release paperwork, but just so I don't have to come back in the office. Then they said, go to the sample rack. And I'm like, I will today, only because I need extra hours. And I know if I go to that sample rack, I'm going to be here for at least one more hour than I normally would. So I went. And luckily, hey, I got 2 out of it. But yeah, on that other job where we have a dumpster. It's full of like paint waste and other chemical waste. And it's a bunch of different drums and packages and shit of waste. And it's loaded into a 30-yard dumpster, open top. But they're like barrels and stuff, so it's like just, I don't know, it's easier to transport it that way. They load that thing up, and then I drive it all the way out here, and they say, wait at the sample rack. I never do. I just drive over, I drop it. Sometimes the guy in a pickup truck will drive by and say, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm dropping this fucking thing off. They're like, oh, cool. And they just walk away. But I just drop it, and then we have an empty dumpster, the one, because they have like a 3 dumpsters in rotation for that job. So there's always an empty one sitting over here at the place. So I just grab that and do my thing, you know. Anyways, things went well. Yesterday went pretty well. I can't really think of any major issues. So I drove all the way from Kansas City over to East St. Louis, Illinois, which is where the landfill was. And I got there, and then I go inside, and I'm looking for somebody, and I can't find nobody. You know, somebody find me somebody to love. I wasn't looking for love. I was just looking for the guy to tell me which dumpster to take. So I found the guy, and he said, yep, it's that dumpster. And I said, cool, I'll go ahead and get it loaded up. He's like, where's your paperwork? I'm like, you guys have the paperwork. He's like, no, you guys have the paperwork. And I said, no, you guys have the paperwork. And he said, no, you guys have the paperwork. So I called my boss, and I said, hey, man, this guy's saying we have the paperwork. And he's like, did you not follow my instructions? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I told you, you got to stop by the shop over there. Which makes no fucking sense. Why? Hold on. We have a shop right here. There's a shop. One of our shops. Same company. Same shop. Trucks. They have trucks. They had me come all the way from Kansas City over here. They have a truck to do the job. They could have done it in a half a day. They could have started today, this morning. Drove over there, picked it up, drove up there, dumped it off, and then went back to the shop, and they'd be at home eating crumpets right now, or whatever the fuck St. Louis bitches do. I ain't scared of St. Louis motherfucking hoes. St. Louis people are pretty fucking crazy. I mean, hey, I respect them, kind of, but they're pretty fucking nutty. They are nutty as fuck. Come on, Freightliner, get on over here. There's a tire in the road. He got over. He didn't hit it. Nice. Yeah, St. Louis fucking guys. I don't know. I spent like 3 weeks out here in St. Louis, maybe 2 weeks. Felt like 3. Just hauling boxes back and forth. I had to go through downtown St. Louis every fucking time. And I'll tell you what, I got tired of it. I'm used to Kansas City traffic. I know where to be and where not to be. I know what lanes I'm going to be taking, blah, 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 blah. Over in St. Louis, I don't know fucking shit, dude. I come out here and I'm like, I need to get all the way over? What the fuck? I'm hauling fucking dirt. I got an overload fucking dumpster full of dirt, and I'm swerving and winding, and I was running the double rail. I was only hauling one dumpster because they were so goddamn heavy. But, trying to run a semi-truck in a town that you're not really familiar with in the downtown area through the whole fucking day, first rush hour, second rush hour, third rush hour. It's not anything but rush hour out here. It's just a bunch of fucking, I don't know, the fucking crazy motherfuckers. They're either going 10 under the speed limit or they're doing 30 over out here. And out at Kansas City, it's like everybody does about 10 over. We're all pretty uniform out there. Over here, no, it's just erratic. You're like, I need this lane. Oh shit, there's a guy going fucking 25 under. I gotta get get around him. There's a guy doing 30 over coming behind me, and it's like, it was the whole fucking time. That's what it was like. I have podcasts about it if you want to check it out in real time. Not real time, but in past time. But I recorded while I was out here a while back, over a year ago, I think. I stayed at a castle. I stayed at the Holiday Inn for Six Flags St. Louis. My boss was not happy, but I booked that mother. I said, I'm staying at the fucking castle, bitch. I'm staying at the castle. It was off season, so they weren't super expensive rooms, but I'm staying at the motherfucking castle, bitch. It was really cool. I mean, they didn't have any of the cool shit opened up inside the hotel, but they have like a big pool and like a bar and all kinds of other cool shit. But I think the pool was open, but I guess I should have got in there, but we were working pretty late. We were putting in 14 hours each day doing that because there were so many dumpsters. And I'll tell you about that job real quick. There's a school out there, and the school was like, hey, we got a big grant or some lump sum of money that we're going to redo our ball field. So they buy new batting cages and bleachers and the backstop to the baseball, or I don't know, it could have been a soccer field. I don't fucking know. It looked like a construction site when I was out there because they were almost done building the field, and then they drilled down and hit the unleaded gasoline pipeline under the ground. And they called to let somebody know, but I don't know, it turned into a giant ordeal. And they were like, oh, hey, we got more fencing we need to put up for the baseball field or whatever. And our bosses were like, no. And they're like, what do you mean? We're like, no, we are excavating this whole fucking area. The whole fucking area is going to be excavated about 8 feet down and loaded into dumpsters. And you guys fucked up big time. And they're like, what are you talking about? We need our baseball field. And he's like, we ain't got time for you to deconstruct the shit properly. I mean, I feel bad, kind of. But, you hit a gas line and then you sat on it for a while, I think. I don't know. But gasoline soaked out that whole area, so we had to send out a lot of people out there to excavate all that shit and get it pull all the soiled soil out, and then we were hauling it to that same landfill I just went to. Yeah, we were working for Phillips 66. I got a hat, I pressed for a hat. I said, hey, you guys have cool hats. I'd like a hat. And they're like, we don't have any. And every fucking day I ask the guy, I'm like, that's a cool hat. He's like, I know. You talked about it yesterday. I'm like, do you have one for me? Can I get one of those fucking hats, please? And on like the second to last day, he gave me a hat. I was like, this hat is so special. If I didn't ask every fucking day for 2 weeks, I wouldn't have had this hat. And now it's my garage hat. I like to wear it when I'm not in uniform for work. My uniform consists of a bright orange shirt with our logo on it, and that's about it. But I don't. Anytime I wear a different hat that doesn't say our company logo on it, my boss gets mad. We have free hats. Take a hat. Put on our hat. Don't wear their hat. Put on our hat. But I'm like, hey, I like to have a little bit of flair. I like to show off who I am. I want to wear my other hats to work sometimes. And he said no. I said, well, I sweat through these fucking hats like a motherfucker. So I'm going to take a lot of fucking hats. And I have taken a lot of fucking hats. I've thrown away a lot of hats. Before I worked at this company, I don't think I threw away any fucking hats. I have multiple boxes of hats just all around the house, none of which I am ever going to wear again. But I feel like I might have a plan. I might have a plan to do something with all these hats. And that each hat has a little bit of a story. I look at a hat and I'm like, I can't believe I wore that fucking hat. You know, because it's not the right style. I like a snapback with a hard top. You know, not hard top, but it's got to have the mesh in the back. I don't understand hats enough to know what the fuck all this shit's called, but it's got to have a firm, slightly curved bill. I don't want a super curved bill. It can't be the cardboard bill either. I've had cardboard billed hats. I don't like them. They're cheap. But it's got to be kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of hard, like where it goes over your forehead. It's kind of hard, and it's got the mesh and it's got the snapback. And my company, they've been buying a bunch of these the fitted hats, and they're like, here's a fitted hat. I'm like, no. Gross. My head changes size throughout the day. I don't know if anybody else's head does that, but mine does. I start my day out on a level like 4, and I usually end my day on a level 3. That's 3 holes punched in, because my head expands throughout the day. Don't know what the fuck that's about, but I know if I get a fitted hat, it might feel okay in the mornings, but it's going to be way too fucking tight in the afternoons. Just not a fan of it. Don't like it. Don't want to change my ways. Back in the day, I did love fitted hats because I thought they were cool. Not no more. And, yeah, I don't know. The soft forehead hats, I fucking hate those hats. I don't know. Other people look okay in them. And I might look okay in it. Because, I mean, I look good no matter fucking what. As long as I got a beard. And I'm working on growing that beard back. They made me shave a couple weeks ago. And, like, oh, it'll grow back. I'm like, yeah, it takes a long fucking time to where you can't see my double chin. And then it just looks like beard. Because I just keep that fucking beard on the double chin. And when I shave, I look 10 times fatter than I look just as fat as I am when I shave. But when I have a beard, I look a little skinnier, I think. I don't know. Makes sense to me. I just like to have a beard. And they make me shave all the fucking time at this company. Not all the time, but often. I've shaved more I've never shaved. Speaking of that, I've never fucking shaved. Before I worked here, I always had facial hair all the time. And then I work here, and I've been here. I thought I was going on 5 years, but my wife also looked at it. I don't know what the fuck is going on with our people, but I've been here for 4 years, and I've shaved completely down to nothing, probably 8 times, and I'm not a fan of that. 8 times, twice a year? Boys, I don't fucking want to do that. So, I don't know. Maybe if I find another job that's going to pay more, And I don't know, probably not. I'm probably just gonna have to shave twice a year, and it's gonna bug the fuck out of me for the rest of my life, unless I try to get a little skinnier, which I am working on ish, kind of, not really. I had a hard day yesterday. I ate. I ate some food. Let's just say I ate some food. I ate some food I probably shouldn't have eaten. But when you're in St. Louis and you don't go to White Castle, shame on you. Shame on you if you don't go to White Castle. Harold and Kumar be turning in their graves if you go to St. Louis and don't get White Castle. So I went to White Castle. And if you add up like the weight of a White Castle burger versus like a McDonald's burger, I ate less than I would have eaten at McDonald's. Let's just say that. And I probably spent less too. White Castle is not good, by the way. It's not good. It's part of a tradition. If you're going to St. Louis, I don't care if you're just going for the day or going for the week, you have to eat there one time. At least, I don't know, in my mind, it's a waste of a trip. You might as well not even fucking go if you're not going to go stop by the White Castle and have a couple of fucking little sliders, little cheese sliders. Original, please. I'd like the double, but you call that extra little patty costs way too fucking much. I'm just going to get regular old cheese sliders, please. They upcharge for them doubles. They upcharge them motherfuckers. I'll tell you what. And if you're getting singles, you might as well get a fucking pack of 10 of them bitches. Or it's waste of a fucking White Castle trip. Anyways, after that, I stopped at Casey's because I lost my phone charger. My wife's, we went to the lake. I left my phone charger in her car. And it's a brand new phone charger. I just got it. I got the cord. I got the fucking charging thing. It's super fast charging 2.0. I don't know what the fuck that means, but my phone has not gotten hot or smoked. But it'll charge up from 0 to 100 in like half an hour. It's pretty fucking cool. It's really handy. For all the shit, for one charging cord, I can charge up like all of my shit in like 3 hours. My headset, my JBLs, my cell phone, all the shit within 3 hours. I could get them all fully charged, which is kind of nice. I was going like 4 under. Look at me. Look at me, Mr. Safety. So, anyways, I had to stop. I stopped off at a Casey's, and I was also running out of hours. I wasn't really running out of hours, but I was running out of, I was going to have to sit somewhere for 30 minutes to do my 30-minute rest break. Which I'm like, I should have hit my 30-minute rest breaks multiple times because I had to wait on paperwork and other shit, and then I got loaded up, and I thought I was taking my time doing all that, and then I had to get fuel, and that was another fucking thing. But I didn't hit my 30-minute rest break. My Geotab, my fucking ELD thing would not put me into on duty automatically. I have to go in and manually set it to on to hit my break, which is annoying as fuck. Sometimes it'll do it. But, yeah, I thought I could make it to the hotel and then maybe just buy a cord. And then in the hotels, usually they have a USB you can just plug into. And then I have a radio in the truck that has a USB slot. But that is like fully charged next week. It's like, what the fuck? That thing doesn't charge for shit. But maybe it would be able to at least maintain a little bit. So I spent $50 fucking $50 at the Casey's. Well, it was like $63 because I got 3 slices of pizza. Fuck me, I'm a fucking fat fuck I didn't get enough hate mail calling me fat from the recent episodes that I failed. Okay? I'm putting the blame wherever I can put it. And right now I'm going to blame the listeners here. I'm blaming you. You didn't call me fat in the comments. Everybody needs to call me fat in the comments. Say, quit eating fucking pizza, you fat fucking hog. There's a truck full of hogs passing me right now. You fat pig. Quit eating pizza. You're not gonna get your goddamn medical card eating pizzas every day. I'm telling this to myself right now. So, I'm not gonna get the medical card that I want eating pizza the way I'm eating pizza. I might go test it out. I might just take my body the way it is to the chiropractor and see what happens. And if she's like, yeah, here's a 1-year card or whatever, then I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna do anything with that card. I'm just gonna go lose some weight, and then I'll come back and I'll say, how about now? And she'll be like, oh, you put in a lot of work. Here's your 2-year card. Because I think it's like $30 to go get a medical card. Anyways, I'm talking about phone chargers here. Bought $50 for a fucking little plug-in and a cord. Ridiculous. Straight up ridiculous. It's a couple dollars more for the fast charging plug-in. Why would I buy the slow charging plug-in? So I spent a couple extra dollars on that bitch. I don't like it either. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like anything about it. I really want to just throw it out the fucking window. But I need it. So anyways, get to the hotel last night. So yeah, I was running out of hours, and luckily my hotel was only a few minutes down the road. So I was able to make it there and then go ahead and click it off duty. And everything is fine. I'm not in violation of nothing. For the non-truckers out there, if I go into violation and then I get pulled over and he wants to check in my logs and he says, hey, you're in violation. You're hauling hazardous waste and you're in violation. You're gonna have to pay a lot of fucking money, bud. You're gonna have to pay a lot of fucking money. And that's something that I don't think my company would cover. They'd be like, why the fuck are you not taking your 30-minute break? Why don't you stop for however long? I know it didn't fucking click on. It usually clicks on automatically. It's kind of in a situation I just don't want to be in. But I got to the hotel, got locked in, and got up to the room and got plugged in and charged up, and everything is fine. Talked to my wife. She drove her new car home. It's welcome to car payment land. Well, I complain about money enough on this fucking podcast now. Oh, hey, here's another $400 you're going to need to pay each month. Wonderful. This is so great. I can't believe I am so lucky to have a car payment again. They're only giving us $2,000 for her car. And that's like right at the tipping point where I'm like, I could take it back and sell it for $3,000. Or I could just, but that would delay the car buying process and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to fuck it. Take the goddamn car. It's got $1,000 worth of goddamn tires on the motherfucker right now. I said, do not put any gas in that fucking car. Drive it there halfway empty. Not halfway empty, fully empty. Drive it there. Use up that gas. If you want to go buy something real quick, go fucking to the store, drive around, just do burnouts. I don't know. Roast some fucking tires off. Because the tires aren't really getting you anything extra. Might as well burn them motherfuckers. She didn't do any of that. But she didn't fill it up either. I was like, don't fill that motherfucker up. And the car that you're buying, tell them to fill that bitch up. Don't buy a fucking car from a dealership and not have a full fucking tank when you leave. you're getting ripped off, buds. You buy it from a dealership, and you ain't getting a full. I've sold cars myself, and they hand me the cash, and I give them another 50. I give them a $50 bill back, and I'm like, hey, it's empty here. I forgot to fucking fill it up. I don't sell shit empty. They shouldn't sell shit empty. Don't sell me a car and it's like, oh, fuck, it's out of gas. Now we know where the gas light is. Well, I used to work at a gas station, and there was a couple car lots nearby, and they would roll in there, and they would get $5 worth of gas doing test drives and shit. And I'm like, don't you guys sell them full? And they're like, no. I'm like, fuck you, Subaru. I ain't never coming to your fucking place. I ain't never going to buy a fucking car from Subaru. You ain't going to fill the motherfucker up. I mean, think about it. $40. Spend an extra $40 filling up my fucking car, or I ain't fucking buying. You know, that's where I'm at. And I'm not even sure if she got it filled up. I'll probably get home tonight. She'll be like, yeah, they didn't fill it up. We need to go get some gas. I'll be like, we're going to the fucking dealership to fill it up. Hey, motherfuckers, you sold me a car and it's out of fucking gas. Fill this bitch up. I'm coming back 3 times a week. Fill this motherfucker. I bought this car from you. Fill it the fuck up. Fill it up. And I want free oil changes for the first 2.5 years. And you guys have a detailing service. Detail this motherfucker up. The wiper blades are not good no more. Put new wiper blades on. Hey, the car air freshener ran out. You know, you can take the dealerships for, you just got to hold it over their head. I bought this car from you. New air freshener, brand new wipers. Fill it the fuck up. Give me a car wash. You know, you just go in there and cause problems. Just scare off other people. Like, hey, don't buy a car here. They're not going to fucking give you new air fresheners. I think it's got some bumper-to-bumper warranty. And I mean, fuck, the gas tank is in between them bumpers, ain't it? Nobody told me it'd run out of gas. Okay, fill it the fuck up. The warranty should cover that. Don't want to do paperwork? Just give me your card. I'll go fill it up myself. I'm just going to hold onto your card for a while. Free gas, bitch. We're not driving that far. Just give me free fucking gas. I don't know. Feel like a fucking Kardashian over here driving a brand new goddamn car. So what it actually is it's leftover stock. It is a brand new fucking car. It's got like 300 miles on it. Brand new fucking car. It's a 2024. But it's like, hey, you're starting to sell 2026ers now, aren't you? It's halfway through 2025. You're starting to sell 2026ers. So what the fuck is this? What is going on here? We're doing you a favor, bitch. We're getting this fucking old stock off your property, you know? Just hold that over their head, too. They know it. You know it. I know it. So anyways, yeah, I bought a phone charger for $50 fucking dollars. Can't believe that, you know. Hey, they should be like, oh, you can charge your phone in this car, too. It does have a wireless charging thing, but my wife has a loopy case, so she's going to have to take her case off in order to take advantage of the wireless charging pad. And I don't the wireless charging pad, just from pictures, doesn't look very fucking big. It's like, this is a 2024. Who's got an iPhone 6 that fits in that fucking hole? Okay? Need to fucking make it bigger. I haven't seen the car yet. I seen the car on pictures. And it also looked like, you know, where the dealerships, they put their little sticker or their little logo, emblem, or whatever on there. It looks like it looks like there's old fucking shit on there. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. And it looked like there's a little bit of scratches or dirt. Could have been dirt. I don't know. Why are you buying a dirty car? Hey, wife, why are you buying a dirty car? Don't buy a dirty car. Make them wash it. Uh, how to get dirty so fast, you know? Wonder where, I know the F-150 is made out here in Kansas City. I wonder where the Ford what is it, Escapee? There should be no E on the end of Escape. Because I end with Escape. No, Escapee. Add an extra E to it. Escapee. Can't tell if this is a cop or a Cadillac pulled over here. That is definitely a Cadillac. Got them chrome rims, you're pulled over, something's fucked up with your car. Ford Escape, I don't know. It's got all the bells and whistles. I think the only thing she doesn't have, it doesn't have the 2.0. I was asking for the 2.0 engine. I said, find one that's got the 2.0 in it. She said she can't find, they ain't got none. I said, well, that's fucking unfortunate. Whatever, I guess. So we got the 1.5 liter. Sounds fucking queer to me, but 1.5 liter turbo. Supposed to make pretty good power. I know the 2.0, it made like 275 horsepower, which is like, Jesus! I don't think both of my trucks and my motorcycle combined make 275 horsepower. Definitely not the 92. And obviously the motorcycle, I think it makes like 40, but it's a 99, so maybe like 35. Oh, it's got the bigger jet kit in it, so maybe it makes like 45. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't, even my square body with the 350 in it, it's just a stock 350. It's got a 4-barrel carb on it. That's the only thing done to it. It's not going to be pushing a lot of horsepower. I think stock it's like 195. Unless it's the high horsepower engine, but I highly doubt that. Somebody bought an engine and put it in this truck and then let it rust in a field. I don't think anybody spent any money on that fucking truck other than the bare minimum. It's probably a 2-bolt main 350 reman from Mexico. Hey, whatever. As long as it sounds like a V8, that's all I really give a shit about. I ain't trying to make a bunch of power anywhere. But anyways, we got this car. We're working on the trade-in process. Currently, right now, I need to get home so I can sign the title, because we're both on the title for the old car. And they can't accept the trade-in until the title gets turned in or some shit. So it makes sense to me. Just need to go over there and do that. I'm working my way that way. 55? This is some BS. Shelbina, Missouri. Here we are. Coming through Shelbina. Trying to think of some other stories I can tell you guys. And I probably should have thought of this before I started the podcast, but you know how I am. A story about something that happened to me in my life. Broken bones? I guess. I mean, well, I guess I talked about my broken bones already a couple of times, but I don't think I broke any bones, but I know like one of the very first injuries, not major, but just injuries I had was my dad was working in the garage, and he had to take the door off of the garage for some reason. Not the garage, like the big fucking door you pull a car into. The door into the house. And it's a thick motherfucking fireproof door and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Solid wood doors. I don't know. Something. It's heavy as fuck. Anyways, he had it kind of just propped up against the wall, and it tilted. I was playing next to it, and it tilted, and it banged me in the fucking head. I don't know. Honestly, I'm surprised I remember that, because it doesn't seem like that was probably a big injury. But they made a big fuss about it. I remember that. Also, at that same house, that was back when we lived in Olathe. I was born over that direction. I don't know. My mom ran a daycare, and she had a bunch of kids in there. And I remember I was running through the backyard. Well, I don't remember this. This was told to me, but I think I was like 3, and I was going through the backyard, and another kid pushed me. We were playing tag, maybe, I don't know, but I got pushed, and I landed right on a tree root that was coming up out of the ground. Maybe I tripped on it. I don't know. I was told I was pushed. But I landed right on this tree root, and it broke my collarbone. And I don't really remember much about that. I got a couple of pictures, baby pictures of me in a cast or some sort of sling apparatus. And then I don't think I broke many bones. Do you count a nose? Because I feel like my nose has probably been broken quite a few times. But never did anything for it. Never broke any fingers. Never broke any hands. I mean, my hands have hurt before. My feet have hurt before. My face has definitely hurt before. But I don't know of any broken bones involved with that. And if there was, they all healed up. However, they fucking healed up, and I can still do the Ewok-y fucking symbol, Bloods and whatnot. I already brought that up once before. Fucking old joke. God damn it. Alright, well, I just got a phone call from my very excited wife. She is loving her new car. She's got all the new features. She said she feels like a grandma. She's like, I don't know what the fuck any of this shit does. There's all kinds of buttons and everything. And that's definitely how I felt driving a car. Like that Blazer whenever we went down to Florida. I was like, this thing is all fucking high tech and shit. I don't fucking know any of this. I just want to drive the goddamn car. And it's like it's like, oh, you're getting close to the edge of the road, and it's gonna swerve you back to the road. And it's like, I don't like that. And then you got people that cut you off, and then it automatically hits the brakes, and you're like, hey, don't do that. But now that I got used to it driving back and forth to Florida. And there are some features that I like about it, but I don't know. She does not like the auto or start-stop thing where you pull up to a stoplight and the car shuts off and then it fires back up as soon as you hit the throttle, but she didn't know that. So she's like hitting the start button while she's at a stoplight. And I'm like, yeah, don't do that. That might confuse the fuck out of the thing. I don't know what that's going to do. But, I'm in Beaver, Missouri. Hell yeah. Carpet munching city. I thought about stopping for fuel. Either my fuel gauge is not reading properly, or I'm doing all right. I don't know. I don't know about this. My fuel gauge has been a little over half this whole fucking time. Anyways. Broken bones, collarbone, nose, fingers, maybe some shit like that. I've had some lacerations, scrapes on my knees, usually riding bicycles and dirt bikes, getting all fucked up. Not really on dirt bikes. I didn't get super hurt on dirt bikes. At least I don't remember getting major injuries, but falling off of bicycles happens a lot. I hit a dog once. Or no, I didn't hit a dog, but a dog ran out in the middle of a road, and it was a steep downhill area in a neighborhood, and I was just booking it. I was like going as fast as I can. and a dog jumped out of a bush. Maybe it was next to the bush. Might not have been in the bush, but a dog definitely came out into the middle of the road unexpectedly, and I had front brakes on my bicycle, and I just grabbed them, both handle brakes, just front and rear, and the front brakes were pretty fucking good, and I flipped, the bike hit the dog, but I flew over the dog and landed and scraped my fucking shit up. It was not good. And a lady came out, checked her mail, looked at me laying on the ground, said, "You all right?" I said, not really. And she said, "Oh, okay." And then she grabbed her dog and went inside. I'm like, "You fucking bitch." It's like she played a game on me. She's like, "All right, Roscoe, you're going to go jump out in the road as soon as this kid comes down on his bike." Bullshit. But hey, those are some fond memories back then. It don't hurt no more. I mean, my knees, they do kind of have a little bit of pain in them. Like when I went to go see Shane Gillis and I had to sit in a tiny little fucking booth with my legs bent the whole time and I couldn't stretch out or anything. My knees were on fire. They were not feeling good at all. And even right now, I just stretched my leg out. I didn't notice my knee was hurting, but I just stretched my leg out, and now I could feel that it would. My legs like to move around. I need to have some leg room. Okay. On the airplane going to Seattle and back, I didn't notice any knee pain on that. I'm just kind of surprised, but yeah, everything ended up fine. Broken bones. My hip. That was when I was 16. I talked about that recently or on another podcast. I'm not sure, but I was sledding behind a truck and I was slung into a fucking tetherball pole with my ass at a high rate of speed. And then I went out drinking that night and then I fell on the ice. Or somebody knocked my crutches out from underneath me because I was too much of a man to go to the hospital or tell my mother that I was injured. So I went out drinking that night and then fell on the ice and right on my ass that was really fucked up. Anyways, so my hip was fucked up. I was in the bed for like a month. That wasn't cool, but I was on pain pills, which was cool. I mean, for people out there struggling with addiction and shit, that's not cool. But I never got addicted. I guess I did. I could have got addicted, but the pills ran out, and how am I supposed to get more? Especially when I'm stuck in a bed. So, anyways, I was popping the fucking pills and pain meds, mainly hydrocortisone, hydronics, whatever the fuck Vicodin, the off-brand of Vicodin was, or Viagra, not sure, one of those. I was horny, but yeah. And other than that, I haven't really broke any bones. No arms, no legs. I've had injuries, but nothing broke. I was even ejected from a car right shortly after the hip injury. Like the hip had healed and I was able to walk and run and jump and stuff. It wasn't super comfortable, but it was still like healing, but it was enough healed that I could do stuff. And then I got thrown out of a fucking Camaro at 130 miles an hour. Ejected. Ejectocito, cuz I flew the fuck out of that bitch and landed in a field. And you would think I would have broke my back or something. But no, just mainly lacerations. It was 80 feet. I flew through the air for 80 feet and landed like a sack of potatoes in poison ivy in the middle of a field. And fucked my shit up. But I was still able to run and walk around and stuff. Because I ran away from the fucking crash site. Any other major injuries? I got another scar on my hand. One of the main scars on my hand is from the car crash, but there's another one. I was walking through a junkyard and I threw a rusty piece of metal, and it hooked me and ripped out a pretty good chunk of my fucking skin right above my thumb. I guess if my hand is hand down, right above my thumb, right there, there's a big old scar. My arm has a big scar that was from the car crash, and my forehead has a couple of big scars in it from the car crash. The Now recently, when I was doing that Has haul down to Oklahoma, I got that caustic all over my face, and it's completely healed up now. It's completely healed up. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're gonna have a scar." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Scars are cool. I'd prefer a scar. I'd prefer a fucking scar. They're like, quit picking at your scab on there, because I kept picking at it and ripping the motherfucker off, letting it bleed some more, and then pick it off, and then let it bleed and pick it off. They're like, quit fucking with it. You're like a child. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's my body, my choice. And if I want to pick at my fucking wounds on my face, I'm going to pick at the wounds on my face with these dirty ass fingernails. I'm ripping that fucking scab off. And I just, think just a day or so ago, I finally scratched it deep enough to get all, like, now it's all completely just new skin there. But yeah, luckily, no major injury from that. You know, it just burned for a while, but now I'm good. I look pretty now. I was kind of hoping it would turn some of the hairs like white or something, or green. I don't know. Just do some kind of strange shit to my fucking hair follicles, and then it'd be like, whenever I grow a beard, I have like a little stripe in my beard, and they're like, "What's that from?" But I'll tell you, I got struck by lightning right on my chin. Took it on the chin. No, I was an idiot, and I wiped fucking hazardous chemicals all over my face because I'm dumb. Just kidding. I don't think I was dumb. I think that was a pretty normal thing to happen. But if you look at it from this perspective now, yeah, don't wipe. If you've got chemicals on your gloves, don't touch your face. And I fucking did. I'm sorry. And I'm probably going to still touch my face with chemicals. It's probably going to happen. Now, maybe not as severe ever again, but I'm guarantee you, I'm going to get some chemicals on my face at some other point in time. They'll probably just wash off and be perfectly fine. Let's see here. Injuries. I have a memory of stepping on a nail that went through my foot. Now, I think this is a false memory. You would think I would 100% if I stepped on a nail. But I really feel like I stepped on a nail, and it didn't go through my whole fucking foot, but I stepped on one and it went through the bottom of my foot. But there was also a movie where a kid stepped on a nail and it went through his whole foot. And then there's also, like, it might have been a guy I was hanging out with that stepped on a rusty nail and it went into his foot. I'm not exactly sure, but I know I've had foot injuries. I've definitely had athlete's foot. That shit's gross. That shit fucking sucks. You just want to take your socks off and just go scoot across the carpet. You just want to do the fucking moonwalk down the hallway with athlete's foot. It fucking itches so goddamn bad. And there's all those little bumps and shit. And you pop them with the nail clippers. And that's not good. Don't do that either. But I did it a lot. Other injuries. I don't know. Just regular old cuts and scrapes and scratches and whatnot. I've had them. I've had them, bud. And, but, I don't know, I guess I've been a truck driver for a while now, but I'm telling you, before I was a truck driver, I had wounds all over my body. I always had a scratch or a scab or something all over, not all over me, but there was never a point in time where all of my skin was perfect. And I mean, none of my skin is perfect now at all, but my arms, there's no injuries on either of my arms or my hands. I almost don't even have fucking calluses on my hands anymore. The only calluses I have are probably from riding a motorcycle, and I wear gloves when I ride a motorcycle. But it's just kind of strange. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a pussy now because I'm a truck driver. I still do all kinds of shit. I just wear gloves most of the time. There's always a pair of gloves in a truck. But when I was at the lumberyard, fuck that. I mean, splinters. Who gives a shit? I love picking out splinters. I'd almost prefer to get a splinter than to not get a splinter. I love picking splinters out of my hands. I like the pain a little bit, and I love getting some needles, or not needles, but needle nose pinchers. What are they? Tweezers. I love yanking like out of the palm of your hand, like just having a 3/4 inch fucking splinter, and you just pull that motherfucker out, and then you're like, wow. And then you touch it, and you're like, yeah, it doesn't sting anymore. I think I got it all. I love doing that. Is that weird? I think it's kind of weird. But getting splinters and shit, I don't know. I loved getting splinters. And now, whenever I worked at the steel yard, I did not like getting metal splinters. Those ones would really fucking suck. Those, you got to get like a tetanus shot, even though I've been not researching, but I've looked up some tetanus shot stuff, and they're like, oh, tetanus shot's a fucking money grab. I don't know. I don't do your own research there. I've got my tetanus shot, and I think I'm okay with having it. I don't think I've had any vaccine injuries, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, metal splinters suck. They're also very enjoyable to pull out, but then you got the real risk of infection with one of those. Even the wood is treated wood. It's green lumber. You're like, the fuck, why is this green? And it's not green because it was a tree before. It's because they pumped chemicals in there so it could touch the ground and not rot away. Or it's red because it's fireproof lumber. But just pressure-treated lumber. And I don't know. I used to have a lot of splinters and shit. Now I kind of miss not having injuries. All my fingernails are all pink. They used to all be like banged white, because I hit stapler on there or I don't know, just punching shit and yanking on stuff. But my fingernails actually are real. I could be a hand model if I clean all the dirt out and clip up a couple of my fingers. I could be a goddamn hand model. Well, not with the hand with scars, but maybe the other one. I could sell a watch. I could sell some rings with this motherfucker. I could sell some fingerless gloves. If you guys have injuries, I'd like to hear about them. And hey, I mean, shit, I'd like to have you on the podcast too. I mean, shit, I'm up for anything. So if you guys, anybody wanted to be on the podcast, I'm up for it. Probably, I'm not much of a vetter, but we're pretty lenient over here on Kletus Roadside Service. So, I guess I'm putting out kind of an open invitation. You're gonna have to comment down on the. You're gonna have to comment, okay? You're either on YouTube or Spotify. There's a comment section. Check it out. Use it. Call me a fat fuck. Say, I want to be on your pod. We'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out. And, I don't know. Probably the best way would be get on Facebook. Do Facebook Messenger. I don't want to fucking do all that shit out in the open. But, yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I got other shit to listen to. I got a Joe Rogan popped up. Jesse Wales. I can't read it from here. I'm gonna go listen to that. Listen to some other shit. And yeah, keep all 18 down, please. If you enjoyed the episode, rate it. Rate it on Spotify, rate it on YouTube, leave a like, comment, because those also help out. I don't know why I'm trying to grow this horrible podcast, but hey, if it grows, if it doesn't grow, I'll be fine. But I don't know. I feel like it should grow. Keep all 18 down. Adios. Talk to you later.